Facebook's taking a second to connect. Hello. I'm going to have to watch my stream health today, I think. We have a storm coming in, so the weather here always affects things. Okay, good. I'm doing all right now. Hello. I'm going to give Facebook a second to let people know. I know I just put this yesterday. I realized what week it was, and we've just been, like, the gym show is not in town anymore, but holy crap. Like, the makeup, I guess, playing catch up after the gym show has been crazy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Linda. Hello. All right. I'm feeling amazing. My daughter got to call me for 1 minute, 15 seconds. For those of you who don't follow me on social media, my daughter, Skylar, went into the Air Force she left Monday and arrived Tuesday in basic. So I'm assuming she probably got like a 10-minute call today and called her husband, but she had 1 minute and 15 seconds left. So she called me, and that was about 15 minutes ago. So I'm glowing. Hi, Dora. Hello, Lorelai. So yeah. All right. So we are here today. If you are new, what I do is every month I go live here in the customer group. We unbox that month's box. I tell you any fun stories, any background information, answer any questions that you all have, or anything. I mean, you never know, but I show you how to use things. And then at the end, after we're done unboxing, I show you a sneak peek into the next month's box. Sometimes it's an early sneak peek. This time it is an exclusive sneak peek. So this will be what you all will see is something that we're not putting out in the newsletter or on social media or anything like that. So I think 2 sneak peeks have already gone out. We have a 3rd one going out next week. And so you all get to see a 4th item that is going to be in April's box. So let's go ahead. Let me check my stream health. Oh, we're good. We're doing good. Okay. I just want to make sure. The wind is picking up outside. The rain's supposed to be coming in tonight. So yeah. All right. So we are doing March's Spells and Enchantments box. When it left here, this is how it looked. That is how it looked. I'm hoping when it arrived on the other end to you all, that is what it looked like. All right, so let me slide things around here. Microphone over. And if you all are live with me, one of the benefits of being live is that you get to ask questions. So if you pop them up in the chat, I do read them. All right, so let's start with the card. Spells and Enchantments. So I've been in a poetry mood for, I think, a few months now. I know that the poetry extends through the next month's box and the next month's box after that. I don't know. Just been inspired. I've been wanting to do, I guess, create more of a vibe about the boxes before they get sent out, and that's in our advertising and everything. So yeah, I've been in like a little rhymey spell mood lately when I write things. So hopefully y'all like them. And then underneath here is the little blurb about everything being eco-friendly, our boxes, the paper we use, all of that. This month's charity was Together Rising, so you can read more about them at togetherrising.org. They do a lot of things. They're very family-centered. So if there are families that have been split apart by natural disasters or anything, they really work towards trying to keep families and helping families together. So, and then all of our social media tags. So if you ever wanted to post anything, you can always tag me in it, and then I can reshare. I usually do hold on to them a little bit just because, spoiler, so, we don't have people have the box ruined for them, but I do reshare, or at least comment, especially YouTube videos, things like that. And then on the back, we're just going to start here at the top and work our way down. So the first item, which we did have made specifically for this box, is a wax stamp. So excited about this. The wax stamp is, and if yours comes loose, like if it unscrews, they're supposed to. It's because if you, they actually sell just the heads of wax stamps in sets sometimes. So that way you only have one handle if you wanted to conserve space or anything. So just screw it back on. Hopefully, yeah, it picks it up. So what we wanted to do, my creative director Megan designed this, but I told her, I was like, we need something kind of generic-y, but we need it to be, you know, generic so it applies to all spells, but it has that magical vibe. And I'm like, so what about like a hand with like magic coming out of it? And man, this is why I love Megan, because I'm like, this is what goes on in my head, and she makes it a reality. And I love it. Hi, Maria. So yeah, so that is why, that's the design, or that's the story behind the design. We also wanted something, so we have put a wax stamp into a box many moons ago. It was not custom made, it was just a generic one, and it was a wooden handle. Other boxes, subscription boxes, have also put wax stamps into the box, all wooden handles, because they're cheaper. And the manufacturer tried, like, oh, we can, you know, let's do a wooden handle. And I'm like, no, we want something fancy because we wanted it to be a little bit different. So you've got your magic seal. So when you seal your spell, seal your bottle, seal whatever, that magic sends it out into the world. And then I love this vintagey handle. So if you like, you know, antique-y type stuff, I hope that you really like this one. We also chose, because in the past when we did the wax stamp many moons ago, we gave everyone a little spoon with a little wax pellets. And then what you did is basically put a wax pellet into the spoon, melt it over like a tea light. And so we wanted to do something different, because even if we're going to kind of duplicate a product, we don't want to 100% duplicate it. We want to make sure that our longtime subscribers are not getting things that they already have. So that's why we took it one step further this time. We custom designed it. You cannot get this design anywhere else. And then we wanted the handle to be different. So when I'm sealing things, this is actually, like when I'm sealing, I mean, sometimes I'll just use regular candle wax, you know, like actual candle. But if you're using sealing wax, this is actually my preferred method, rather than the pellets that you melt over a flame, because this is just super easy. So if you have been with us for a very long time, back in the day I used to sell really small spell bottle necklaces. This is the type of wax that I generally sealed them with, because they're just super easy. Like, you light the end, you hold it, you let it drip for a little while, and then once it makes like a little bit of a pool and it's still mushy, you press the stamp down in it, and then you blow it out, you're done. So in order to be able to give everyone, we were like, what do we do? So we went with white, because white is all purpose. White goes for any spell. It's supposed to be like a pearlescent-y white. So yeah, but that way we gave everyone something hopefully they can use for any type of spell. It doesn't matter what type of spell you're doing or what you're sealing. The stamp and the wax will get you started, but is good for all purpose for any type of spell. Okay? I love it too. It's just so old worldy. I think I'm getting back into that. Like, I'm really starting to want to, like, in my own personal journey, you know, I'm kind of going back to the basics almost. But yeah, I'm wanting to like draw more and create more and stuff like that, and use stuff like that. So you all will see here within the next few months a shift that will start occurring within a lot of our products and our packaging and everything to more fun stuff, because that's the shift that I'm going through personally, but I'm taking the business with me, and it's a natural progression for the business as well. Jessica says, love it. I have the one you had in a box from forever ago, and I've used it when sealing jars. Yay! That was a celestial one, so I think it went into, it might have been like the spell casting box forever ago. All right, so the next thing on the list, was actually the sneak peek. I should have just left it in here. It was the sneak peek that I showed you all last month. If anything happened to yours, email support@inkgoddesscreations.com. But as you can see, we tried, you guys. We tried to make sure that these were going to be fine. We double duty them. All right, so I'm not going to take it out of the packaging. So that's symbol on this. So this is a selenite charging plate, chunky. I love it. Most of the selenite charging plates that we've seen at the gym show pretty much every year have never been this chunky. They're maybe a half an inch thick. And this one's more like 3/4. Some of them are close to an inch. So I loved it. I love our selenite guy. So this symbol is called Metatron's Cube. It is, I just want to make sure, I'm going to read it just to make sure I get it 100% right. So it is like a sacred geometry type thing. It represents the flow of divine energy between this world and the spirit world, helping to manifest your dreams into reality. Charging your altar items, spells, and more on this plate helps infuse them with balanced, powerful divine energy. So we wanted to give you all, in this spells and enchantments box, we wanted to give you all tools to create your own spells and enchantments. And then in the deck, we tell you the difference between the two. So a charging plate was one of the first things that we decided we wanted. That I will let you know behind the scenes that it ended up being a scary item, because we knew, because I didn't want just a charging plate. I knew I wanted a charging plate for you all, but I wanted something etched on it. And we were like, oh, we'll get that at the gym show. You guys, this shipped March 5th. Okay, the gym show ended like February 11th. All right, so not a lot of time if the gym show didn't have what we needed. But we ended up going to multiple vendors, and either they didn't have enough of one style for us, or they were really weird pictures on them. We were hoping for something, I don't know, kind of generic, universal. And so we finally, I was like, all right, I really like the Metatron's Cube, because I already put it away too. You can use it as a crystal grid. And so I fell in love with it, and of course I already put it away, so now I'm gonna have to pull it back out. You can use it as a crystal grid as well. Placing, I mean, if you wanted to go all in, you could place them in all the circles in the middle, but using the main circles on the outside, you can place a crystal on any of those. And you can even put but what I would do is I would put whatever you're charging in the middle. And then if you wanted to amplify it, like you could put like anything on this. Spell jar, envelope, spell, anything. Just lay it on there. It's going to charge it, okay? But if you really wanted to like up it, each one of these little circles, you can place a tumbled gemstone or a quartz point or something. Charge anything in the middle, like your jewelry. You definitely do that. So something, you know, small like that. Little spell jars can go in the middle of that. Anything. So that's why I chose the Metatron's Cube. It was like a little added bonus because it's a selenite charging plate. You can also cleanse your gemstones on this. You can set your gemstones in this on your windowsill during the full moon. It has so many different meaning, like different things, but that symbol too, I thought it was really cool because you can use it as a crystal grid as well if you're into crystal gridding. So, Lorelei says, I wish I could have gotten this box. We still do have some available, and I think we'll be putting some more together just because we do have we do have a lot of the components left over. So I know I think we'll be putting more together too, but we do still have some if you are able to grab one off the site. Because it's definitely cheaper to get the box as a whole than it is once we start to put, if you want everything in a box. it's definitely cheaper to try and get it as a whole than it is to buy all the individual components once those come out. So yeah, but that was the next item, the Metatron's Cube Selenite Charging Plate. After that, we have a Labradorite bracelet, which was another thing we knew we wanted to get. Like when we were planning this box, it's really scary to plan boxes months ahead and then rely on the gem show for a box that is so close. Like we bought gem show items, or we bought items at the gem show that are going to be in May's box, June's box, you know, December's box. But it's really scary when you're buying stuff in February for March's box, because like if they don't have something, you have to pivot. But we knew immediately, I knew I wanted a gemstone. I wanted specifically a Labradorite bracelet. And this is why. Okay, so Labradorite is a stone of magic and transformation. But we wanted to give everyone an item that they can enchant. And the directions for enchanting are in the deck. But if you, which basically everyone does enchantments in a way, but anytime that you charge a piece of jewelry with like protective energy or luck, or you know, something like that, a gemstone, anything that's turning it into an enchantment, or that's casting an enchantment. So I wanted Labradorite because it is the stone I personally use for magic. And I wanted it to be a wearable something so that you could then enchant it with your whatever energy on your, charge it on your altar tile, and that would be like a whole thing that you can do. And those were the two things. Like we had to order the stamp, you know, a while ago because we had to have it made. But these were the two things I was like, we've got to find these at the gem show. So I'm really happy that we did. So yeah, enchant your bracelet with your intention and wear it when you want a power boost of that energy. And then again, Labradorite just generally resonates with magic and transformation. So that's why I wanted it to specifically be Labradorite. You can then charge it with whatever energy you want to on top of that. Oh no, I'm buffering. That sucks. Okay. And Lorelai said, I went to a psychic gem show and got some cool stuff with my friend first time. Oh, okay, cool. Now, psychic gem shows are really fun. Like metaphysical fairs are pretty awesome, Lorelai. All right, hopefully I'm doing all right. My stream health says it's fine. So hopefully I'm doing all right. Okay. The next thing is the lovely little fun pack that we have here. I called it our Spell Tools Variety Pack. So the point of this whole box was to give you all a variety of tools to cast your own spells and enchantments, okay? And then educate on spells and enchantments. This was the main purpose of the box. So that's why once you learn different types of spells, then you can seal them and you can charge them, and then you have things you can also enchant. So that was the whole vibe of the box. And the reviews have been coming in. I am so grateful you all are seeing that. Like that intention has come through on the other end for a lot of you, and I'm really happy about that. So this Spell Tools Variety Pack, everyone's is different. So if you're looking at this one like that's not what mine looks like, it might not be, okay? Basically, everybody did get 2 of the same type of spell jars, little cork vials for spell jars, okay? And then with the outside bag, we gave you 3 different color or 3 different sized bags, different colors. There could be multiple types of fabric. You maybe got velvet, maybe got satin, maybe got organza. We had a little bit of everything going out. And then 3, there's supposed to be 3 envelopes. This pack had 4. Some of you got like big envelopes, little envelopes, all different colors, all different shapes. So yeah, we just wanted to give you all a variety, a little like starter pack in spell types. So I love it. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a particular way that these were. I think it was something like this. So basically, everyone got should be 3 bags, 3 envelopes, 2 spell bottles in your little bubble envelope, or your bubble bag, and that's what everyone got. And yes, the outside carrier bag does count as one of the bags. But that way you can just try, because I think the biggest thing that I learned doing like the social media for this box last month was a lot of witches have never done envelope spells, and I love it. I love that I've been able to teach some witches who've been practicing for a decade or more about envelope spells, because now that you have some fun little envelopes in here, give it a try and you're probably gonna fucking love it. So, oh, Lorelai says I can get a box, and I can see. Okay, so no buffer issues, or there were buffering issues on computers, but not the phone. I'm showing high stream health today, so I am trying to get through though, because I never know when it's gonna drop. It's really fun. It's not fun. Okay, magic votive candles. So this is an existing blend that we have done before. It's our magic votive, which is dragon's blood, clove, vetiver, and jasmine to help you increase magical energy for your spells and rituals. Again, just like the generic-ish picture on here, and then the white, wanted to make sure that whatever candle we were putting in this month's box could be applied to whatever it is you want to do, okay? Because we, again, just giving you the tools to do different kinds of spells, experiment, and we wanted you to be able to use all of it in whatever you were going to do, okay? Also, just as a little fun thing as well, if bracelets are not your thing, you can always cut the string in here and use the labradorite chips in your spell jars or your spell bags or your envelopes. If you're not going to burn them, I wouldn't burn a spell envelope with gemstones in it because they're not going to burn. So that was another thing, because I know gemstone chip bracelets, a lot of people like, you know, the smooth ones like this, gemstone chip bracelets. So if you don't want to use the gemstone chip bracelet as a bracelet, cut the string, save the gemstone chips, and you can add them into any of your things too. So yeah. But the magic candle can be burned while you're doing any ritual, helps you build that energy. So it's really good all purpose. Magatha says, I thought it was familiar. Do you remember which box it was in previously? I don't. My guess would be some kind of spell casting, spell crafting type of box would probably be one of the first times we used it. Yeah. M says, I don't even get a chance with the candles anymore. Husband always steals them. That's awesome. So yeah, great all-purpose one. Purple too for spirituality. So I think in the past, because if you're looking to see if you have this on your shelf or anything like that, Magatha or anyone who's watching, I want to say it's not this color. I think it used to be, yeah. So it used to be this color. Like way more pink in it. This is the color of the original magic candle. We went a little darker. I asked Molly to make it a pure purple this time, for spirituality, for, you know, activation all up here, for like doing your divine work. So it is darker. So yeah, that's the color. It's more of a pinky. So if you have if you have that color votive and you don't know what it is, it's probably magic, because I think that's the only time we've used that color. I think, yeah. And then the last thing is, so this is considered a full expansion deck. I know we did not have any expansion cards for the Eclectic Witch decks in February's box, because that was Witchy Fandom 2. We couldn't really figure out how to put any Eclectic Witch cards in there. So I think there were a few people who had asked, and they had emailed us, and we were like, don't worry, we're going to make up. So this is technically a full expansion pack. This isn't just like, 1, 2, 3 cards that we'll throw into a box. It is a seven card deck. Yeah. And it is considered a full expansion. So hopefully, because I wanted to really be able to teach you all, or teach especially new witches. But I mean, even like I learned stuff as I was going through and doing research for this box as well. So basically we have how to create a spell jar or bag, anatomy of a spell jar. I love these cards too, the anatomy cards. A little bit different, but gives you an easy breakdown of what it is. Whole thing on envelope spells. I love them. And then what enchantments are. And then easy ways to enchant items. And then enchantment boosts. Okay? Because technically when you enchant anything, you can hold it in your dominant hand, infuse it with an intention, infuse it with your energy, and then it's been enchanted. So this card just gives you some enchantment boosts. For example, sigils, symbols, elements, charging on the plate, like all of that would be boost for your enchantments. So thank you, M. M says the cards are so nice. And Debbie says the candle smells so good. Thank you. That's a good one. All right. So if you have any comments or questions about this box, go ahead, and you're with me live, go ahead and pop them up in the comments. I'm going to move on to the sneak peek, but that way if you start to pop them up now, I can get to them while I'm still live. So all the way at the bottom of the box, you'll get a sneak peek at next month's theme. Boop. Herbal Witch for April. All right. We had fun with this box too. Like I said, there's already 2 sneak peeks up already. A third one will be happening next week, but you all get an exclusive one. Magatha says spell casting October 2022 was the first time we used magic. No, hold on. When you all get this, be very careful. Just letting you know. So it can't be an herbal witch box without some herbs. So this is what we've chosen for this month. And look at them. Aren't they so cute? So there you go. And they do stack vertically, so that's why I said, like, when you get it, just be careful, because there will be an up and a down. So there you go. There's your sneak peek into the Herbal Witch box. Lorelai said my daughter is asking about a crystal type spell box. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means, Lorelai. Magatha says I love it. Yay. Yeah. I will say though, like, the Herbal Witch box, so I was very clear, like, when we announced the theme, it does give you tools. That's what the box is. Because I know, especially if you've been with us for a while, we did herbal magic. Was it right before the pandemic, I think? I feel like it was right before the pandemic kicked off, but I might be wrong. But we did an herbal magic box where it was filled with herbs. And so I do want to just say, like, this one is the Herbal Witch box, but I made a point to put it up when I'm advertising it. It is full of tools, okay? So, as far as like jars of herbs, that's it. Okay, everything else are tools that you can use in herbal magic, in your herbal witchcraft. But I mean, there's other, herbally things in there. But I just want to make sure that, especially for those who've been with us for a while, there's a slight distinction because the herbal magic box was full of herbs. This herbal witch box is full of tools to help you with herb craft. Linda said, very cool. Those jars are adorable, and it would be fun to get materials I don't have or rarely get. Thanks, Morgan. Now, I will say, I can't believe one of the items that we are putting into the box. I was very happy to have gotten it for the box. So, one of the items I'm really happy about. And then the sneak peek that went out today on social media. So it might have been Instagram. I know when I'm Instagram, that I think it's tomorrow in the maybe the newsletters tomorrow. We're working with a company called Sow the Magic, SOW, Sow the Magic. I love them. I love their products. I love their packaging. Oh my God. So yeah, one of the things that, or one of the items that is going in this month's box is from Sow the Magic, and their packaging is just divine. Christy says, I'm late. Show the jars again. And Magatha said it was definitely over 4 years ago because I joined in March of 21. We love the oldies but goodies. I think it was pre-pandemic. In fact, I think it was the box that we shipped out. I want to say, like, as the pandemic kicked off, I think that might have been like March of 2020. That might have been March's box. Because I remember us putting it all together and shipping it out. And then, like, that was it. Pandemic hit and everything shut down. So, yeah. But this is definitely a fun one. Like, I love how everything turned out for the Herbal Witch box. And then, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I mean, I'm excited about all boxes, okay? I love everything that we're doing here. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't be doing it. So that's the first thing. But I will let you know, the next few months of boxes, like, Herbal Witch is great. And then May's box. And then June's box. June's box, I'm using Latin in it. I just want to say that. Like, I fucking love what I do. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for being here, because I love what I do. I freaking love it. And I couldn't do it without you all. So thank you so much. Jessica said definitely pre-pandemic. I loved it. Had star anise in it, and I thought those were so cool. Yes. And Em said, if you're excited, I'm excited. And Jessica said, it shows, Morgan. Thank you. I might just be super emotional because my daughter went into basic this week. So maybe I'm just overly emotional right now. But, all right. So that's everything. Showed you all the sneak peek. Debbie says, every time I think I'm going to skip a box, you get me excited about it. I have to get it. Well, thank you. I'm happy you all liked this box so much. This was almost like my panic box. I'm not going to lie. Like, we planned it out. But then I think I've told you all, or if you've shown up for the live gemstone sales, this year's gem show was weird. And so we had everything planned out for this box, and we knew what we had to get for this box, and it got weird. It was just weird trying to find things that we knew we should have been able to find extremely easily. Like day one, we should have been able to get this and this, and it wasn't. It was going on to like day 9, day 10, day 11. And so I'm really happy that everything worked out the way that it did, and that everything that we got worked. And I'm glad that you all are loving it. And the feedback has been great, because I guess it was just the behind the scenes of not, of having that stress of trying to pick things out or whatever. And I was worried that was going to translate into the box, if that makes sense. So I was kind of worried about this box a little bit because of just the weirdness that went into us grabbing the stuff from the gem show. So I'm really glad that it didn't translate over to you all and that you all have enjoyed this box. So, all right. I have no idea how that went back in there. We're going to pass that over to Colin so he can put it back together for me. All right. So I think the only stuff coming up, we do have the Ostara Live Gemstone sale this Saturday on the main Facebook page. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so that is 1 p.m. on the East Coast. We have 16 items. Guys, we normally have about 9. You're going to start seeing, we went a little crazy this year at the gem show. Yeah. So, lots of fun stuff. There's bunnies, there's eggs. There's bunnies, there's eggs, there's all kinds of jewelry. The little mushroom amber rings, if you all didn't get one last Beltane, we have another set coming up for the Ostara Live. So that will be this Saturday over on the main Facebook page starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so 1 p.m. Eastern. And then this month we started the Rewilding Your Inner Witch journey in the Ink Spirit Coven. And it is technically a year-long journey, but what we're doing is we're breaking down the elements by their corresponding season, and we're really deep diving. So for spring, we're doing the element of air, and we just had our setting intentions lesson last weekend, but I think Angela messaged me, I think the replay is up for that now, and then we have a Witches Knot, KNOT, workshop coming up next weekend. So I would love to have you join us too. Magatha said, if this was your panic box, don't ever worry. This box was great. I'm super excited about the upcoming boxes. Thank you. And thank you, Lorelei, for being here today. So yeah, that's what we have coming up. Ostara Live Gem Sale on Saturday. And then I would love to have you all join the Coven and take this year of, or at least, month by month, but we're breaking down the element of air for the spring season. So thank you all for joining me today. If you are watching this on replay or if you end up having any questions, then go ahead and pop them up in the chat. I do keep up with the thread. I just can't, of course, answer it live. So, yeah, Herbal Witch is up for sale now, and that will be shipping on April 5th. So thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.